So, today we will be discussing massage gun, high frequency vibration techniques on isolated muscles for pain relief, really. Okay, so first of all, let me just show you how what the base of this gun looks like. This is a massage gun. If you don't have one, you don't have to buy one. But if you do have one and you have no idea how to use it, this is what this is for. Or if you are planning to buy one and you don't know what to look for, the only thing that you can look for if you really want to up the game is the amplitude. If that is in the description of the massage gun, mine is 16 millimeters, which means it's got a 16-meter millimeter punch action, and I think most of them are 12. I don't think it matters that much depending on what the usage is for. I think if you want to use it more professionally, go for a higher amplitude. Otherwise, 12 will be fine. So this is what the base of the thing looks like, and we'll discuss that later. And then also it has numerous heads that you can use for the massaging. That one is for the spine. It looks like that. And then there's just big balls and small balls. And these ones, which is smaller heads, is usually used for a muscle like your pec minor, which is very small, very painful over there. But anyway, I'll show you what head we're going to put on. So why use vibration therapy? Well, usually it's used pre-exercise. So if you are about to go exercising and you've got a little bit of niggles, or you're known to have knee pain after you went for your jog or whatever you do, it's used on localized muscles pre-exercise, and it reduces swelling, it improves range of motion, and it decreases pain after exercise. So, you know, that kind of stiffness you feel, that pain after exercise, sometimes that decreases that feeling, and it improves range of motion. And it's also have been proved to help muscle tone in let me just look for the word, because I always decommissioned muscles. In decommissioned muscles, it improves the strength in decommissioned muscles. So muscles that hasn't worked for a while, where you have no range of motion anymore, and it has proven to kind of get that muscle going again. In terms of nerves and reflex, it gets quite complicated in terms of type 1A, type 1B, and type 2 afferent, sensory afferents. It gets quite complicated what stimulates and how it switches between, what it does there. And then in terms of reflex as well, how it affects the H and the T reflex. But it's, if you want to read up on that, please go. It's really not that interesting, but it is a little bit interesting. I don't understand everything. I understand a little, but I don't understand everything. Anyway, so let's get going. Today we're going to do again the tensor, fascia, latae, because we've been doing a lot. We discussed a lot about knee pain, so we'll be going there again. So we're going to go to the side of the leg and into the vastus lateralis, which we discussed yesterday, which is also on the side of the leg, one part of the quadricep group, and the TFL, the tensor, I call it latae, but I think it's latae or something, I can't pronounce it, which is a hip internal rotator, but a tubular external rotator. So if you have knees bow in, feet and out, that is the muscle that you want to get going on. And that is the muscle you will feel as well as the vastus lateralis, which is very sensitive, and you will definitely feel it. Okay. So the head we're going to put on is the flat head that looks like this, and to the front. But you can also put on the round little ball that looks like this with the foam. There's foam over that, or the bigger one. So we're going to use this one. And in terms of muscle stimulation pre-exercise, 1 to 2 minutes per isolated muscle. So this is not to use all over your body. You know, you can go for massages for that. Massaging and trigger point massaging has a different effect on the muscles. But this You can use free exercise, 1 to 2 minutes, 5 minutes tops on an isolated muscle, and just the muscles that is causing you the problem. So I'm going to have Minion come out and help me demonstrate this one. So we're only doing tensor fascia latae and vastus lateralis on the leg of the knee that is sore. Minion, you can come. Minion's not happy about this at all. He feels that it's working. So let me just move this closer, Minion. You have to lie on the yoga mat so that everyone can see you, especially your legs. There you go, down, face them.
Which way?
You can just face them, it doesn't matter which way.
Which way should I lie?
Doesn't matter. Whichever way you're comfortable. So move closer a little bit. Okay, so say this is Minion's sore leg, and I know Minion's got back. Actually, which side is your sore side of your back? This one. Is it this side? So he's also got lower back pain and sacroiliac joint pain on this side. So this will also aid in that. So if you do this yourself, you can lie on your side and do this. If you have a gun and you have a willing person to help you, you can do that as well. Just go down a little bit. Okay, so the TFL is situated, and I just have to stress, if you go onto bone, the person is going to jump up and run and you're never getting it back. So make sure that you're not going into his pelvis, which that hip bone, everyone calls that the hip bone. It's the superior anterior iliac spine. Grab that with your finger. Make sure that you're tracing the pelvis and your hands is on that bone and you're making that protective. The TFL is from that ASIS just a little bit back and below that. So, and if you really don't know where it is, if that he turns his foot in, you'll feel a jump, but you will know. As soon as you start this on yourself, you'll feel it. So you won't have to worry too much about knowing if you're on the right muscle. If you're doing this for someone, the muscle has a jerking motion. If you see that it's on sensitive spots, so if you see the jerking motion, you know, oh, I have to go a little bit longer on that one. So let's get it going. Depending on the strength, you can on. It looks like that at the back. It's got a little display, and you can move it up and down in terms of strength. So I'm going to put it on and really get going on the vibrations. And you can see and hear that going. So with the vibrations at max and your hands on the bone so that the person doesn't run up, you just go for it. And on the TFL, it's sensitive, but you'll see when you get to the vastus lateralis that there will be a lot of jerking going around. And you can just go there. You can even go back a little bit to the glute minimus, which is like the evil cousin of the TFL. You can even go into that as long as you don't go into bone. Really go for that one. And like I said, a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes max, depending on the jerking motions, pre-exercise that will reduce pain, reduce swelling, and improve mobility. Go for the glute medius. So the TFL is 1 minute to 2 minutes. You're doing 3 different muscle groups. I'm adding the glute minimus because that's also an internal rotator. So if you have knees bowing, that one tends to be overactive as well. Shortened, maybe needs to get some punches. And then once you're done on the top bit, you can move down. So the iliac, IT band, iliotibial band. So the TFL inserts into that, and that runs down the leg. So if you go a little bit forward, just slightly, and then you're hitting the vastus lateralis, and you can just go down, and you will notice, do you see him jerking? You will notice jerking motions, and you know, you've got it. There's a problem. It's jerking a lot. I can really see it. So you know you might have to add another minute to that. Make it maybe 2 minutes. Ooh, go Louis. And see where his knees. You don't want to go onto bone, so make sure that you're not, because that is not fun, as you can see. So I can do it with him because if he runs, I can catch him. But Preferably don't do it on someone you like very much. And there you go. The jerking will be less as soon as the sensation, the nerves get used to that feeling, which is the point of all this. And there you go. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Stop on each separate isolated muscle. Don't do your whole body. Just do the muscles that's a problem. If you have knee knock-in, these are the babies that you want to catch. And that is the massage gun for you. And Louis is going to be nice and relaxed on the one side of his body. If you have knee turning, I'll just quickly show this on the same leg. You will probably have a little bit of a problem. If you can just open your leg a little bit.
What am I doing?
You'll probably have a little bit of a problem, like I've discussed yesterday, on the adductor magnus, which is on the inside of the leg. It's one of your groin muscles. It's quite a big one. It attaches to the medial side of your knee and a little bit up from there. And it's got two incisions or origins. I don't know which one is which. But anyway, so if you have an internal rotation issue of the hip, so knees going in, that is probably one that you will also feel if you put some vibration on that. So let's beef it up and see if Louis jumps off. If you want to know where it is, your hamstrings, if you activate, so just push your leg into the floor, Louis. If he activates his hamstrings there, push your leg into the floor, yes. It's just above that. And unfortunately, one of the trigger points is quite close to the groin, so I won't do that now. But you can really, if you have someone you like or know very well, they can go there, or yourself. This is easy to do yourself. You can just run down there. And that is it. You're done. See if you can walk easily now on one side. So that's the massage gun. So don't go buy one. But what you can do is exactly the same muscles you can release with your fingers as well. So manual massage release, trigger point massage. That's very good. This is just an added bonus pre-exercise. I can't stress that too much. So hopefully, do you have one of those, Wendy? Use it, you know now. So yes, but don't use it too long. So don't use this too long. Please, it's not gonna have the same effect. Enjoy, and I will see you tomorrow for our another yoga session. Mwah. Bye.